So we were seeing a few topics for the MAHCET exam, and yesterday some of you had requested for the linear arrangement questions. So we are going to see the topic sitting arrangement today. Okay, so linear arrangement is of several types. It can be a single line arrangement where all the people are facing towards north. Okay, see this type where all the people are facing towards north. So their left and right will depend on where the people are facing. Okay, then there can be another type where all the people are facing towards south. So you can see that their left and right have changed accordingly. Okay, and next there can be the one in which some people are facing towards north and some are facing towards south. Okay, so again it then again it depends that whether like they are facing north or south, sorry, according to whether they're facing north or south, again left or right will be different. Okay, good morning Anjan. So you have to be very careful about the positions, the left and right positions, and there is nothing that you have to remember. You can just assume yourself to be seated at one of these positions and you can find it. Like if you assume yourself sitting here facing north, then you would know that your left is on this side and right is on that side. If you assume yourself sitting to facing towards south, you would know that your left is on that side and right is on this side. Okay, so just by using that concept you can figure out the left and right for the people. Then there can be another type of linear arrangement. It's called double line linear arrangement, where there can be some people who are seated in two parallel rows and they are facing each other. Okay, seated in two parallel rows facing each other. So for that, these people here have to face south and these have to face north so that they can face each other. Okay, so according to their faces, again south or north, the left and right are there. So we'll just put that. So before you start solving, you have to get the figure ready according to how many people are there. You have to get this figure ready and then start using the clues here. Okay, circular arrangement is also same. I don't know if it's part of this exam. Okay, so either everybody can be facing towards the center or away from the center, or some towards and some away. Again, in this case also, to find the left and right, you can assume yourself to be seated at one of these positions and you will know that right is anti-clockwise and left is clockwise, like that. Okay, not this. Okay, we'll start from this one. This is a question on linear arrangement. Solve it. There are 10 persons who are sitting in two parallel rows containing 5 persons each in such a way that there is equal distance between adjacent persons. Okay, so all the information is given. Who is seated in the first row? A, B, C, D, E are seated in the first row and all of them are facing south. And in the second row, it's P, Q, R, S, T and all of them are facing north. Therefore, in the given arrangement, each member seated in the row faces another member of other row. S, okay, from here the actual clues start. So till here they have only given you information about the rows, about the arrangement. According to those information, you can take two parallel lines with 5 seats on both sides and also mark the left and right before you start. And also you can write down which is row 1, which is row 2, who all are there in row 1, who all are there in row 2. You can write all those down and then you can start with the actual clue and figure out the arrangement. Once you do, we can answer the questions. Solve it. Let me know once you're done. I'll take you to the questions. These are the questions. Did you get the answers? Okay. So we'll take two rows like this. Okay, and then we'll mark the left and right first. These people are facing north, so this is their left and this is their right. These people are facing south, so this is right and this is left. Now also you can write down the, like this is row 1, right? Row 1 where A, B, C, D, E, F, E will be seated, and this is row 2 where P, Q, R, S, T will be seated. Okay, so the first clue is S sits third to the left of P. So S and P both will be in this row. Okay, if S is third to the left of P, S can be here in this place and P can be here, such that S is third to the left of P. But there is one more case, one more possibility. P can be at the corner and S can be here. S can be at this position. Okay, so either P here, S here, or P here, S here. These are the two possible cases that you have to start with. Next is A faces an immediate neighbor of S. So if S is here, the immediate neighbor of S is only this, so A can face this. Or if S is here, there are two immediate neighbors of S, so A can be facing any of these. So there are three possible places for A. These are the three possible places where A could be there. Okay. Next, C sits second to the right of A. So I had 1, 2, 3 positions for A. If I take this one from here, can C be second to the right? No. Right is that side. So can C be second to the right? No. If A is here, can C be second to the right? No. If A is here, can C be second to the right? Yes. So we know that this is the position that we have to take for A. which means this is for C, which means for S, this one, because then only A will be facing the immediate neighbor of S, only if S is here, not here. So S have to be here. We know now that P is here, A is here, and C is here. These are the things that we know. Okay, next. Only one person sits between B and D. So if one person sits between B and D will be occupying these two places. But in which order, that we don't know, which leaves us with this position and E, which means E will take this position. Okay. And Q and T are immediate neighbors. So S is here, S is here, P is here. So Q and T can take these two places if they have to be together, which means R takes the first position. And last thing, how to figure out about Q and T and B and D, how, like, which position they are exactly taking. For that, they have given us the last clue, which says T does not face A and B. So if T does not face A, T can't be here. It have to be Q here and T here. And if T is here, B can't be here. It will be D and B there. So this is the final solution. Okay. And the answers are, how many person are seated between B and D? Between B and D, we have two people. Option C. Question 2. Who amongst the following faces D? D is facing T. Option E. Question 3. Which of the following is true regarding Q? P and R are immediate neighbors of Q? No. Q is at one of the extreme end? No. E is an immediate neighbor of the person who is facing Q? No. S sits to the immediate left of Q? Yes, that's true. So answer is option D. Next, who among the following are sitting exactly in the middle of the rows? So exactly in the middle of the rows, it is A and Q. A and Q, option E. Question 5. 4 of the 5 are alike in a certain way and thus form a group. Which is the one that does not belong to that group? C, D, R, E, P. C, D, R, E, P. So we see out of all this, D is the one who is not in the extreme positions and the other 4 are. So the answer is option B, that is D. Okay, let's see. So you have got C, E, D, E and B. Okay, you have got it correct all. Let's see next. So this is also a linear arrangement, but it's not a horizontal linear arrangement, it's a vertical linear arrangement. You have to arrange these 7 friends in a 7-story building. Okay, from one first floor to the 7th floor. And not only that, you will also have to match them with the city that they are from, with the different cities that they belong to. Solve it. Are you getting it? Okay. So don't make any assumptions. Okay, take all the cases that are there, and eventually you will be able to rule out cases with the help of the clues. Okay. Okay, these are the questions. Okay. So here we'll start with this. There are two direct clues which says the person who belongs to Chandigarh lives above T and Z lives on the fifth floor. So we can start by placing Z. Okay, we can place Z on the fifth floor. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so there is I am not like I can't write here, but just try to follow. Okay, so Z is on the fifth floor. Okay, Z is on the fifth floor. Next, the person who belongs to Chandigarh lives above T. So that we can't put it in the table right now because we don't know where is this Chandigarh or T. Okay, we don't know where Chandigarh or T will be there in the table, but we know that Chandigarh is above T. So you can just write it down here as a visual clue. Okay, outside the table you can just write it down as a visual clue, Chandigarh and T. But it's not said Chandigarh is just above T. There is no word like just above or immediately above, something like that. It's just means there is just missing and it's just above T, right? So Chandigarh lives above T, which means Chandigarh can be one floor above T, two floor, three floor, five floor, anything. Chandigarh can be anywhere above T. So just put dot 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 in between Chandigarh and T to indicate that. Okay. Next, neither x nor z belongs to Satna. So that also you can take it as a visual clue. Put x, z, x comma z and put Satna and then cross out Satna. There are two floors in between x and v. So just write x or v here. Okay. Write here x or slash v, then two gaps and then write v slash x because anybody can be above, right? It's just said that there are two floors between x and v. Means it can be x two floors and then v, or it can be v two floors and then x. Okay. The person who belongs to Karnal lives on the topmost floor, so that is a directly you can put it in here. Karnal. Okay. Next, the person from Karnal lives on the topmost floor. The one who belongs to Kurukshetra lives on the floor just above X. Now Kurukshetra and X have to be like Kurukshetra have to be just above X. Kurukshetra have to be just above X. Okay. But we don't know where these two are for now, so we'll just put it as a visual clue. Next, V lives on an even numbered floor. Now there are three even numbered floors, 2, 4 and 6. So you can try by putting V at these places and check where, like these will be the combinations. You can check by putting V in floor 2, 4 and then 6. Okay, next, between what is that, Y and Allahabad. Y belongs to Allahabad, so Y and Allahabad will be like together in the same row. Okay, wherever it is, it will be in the same row. Y and Allahabad have to be together. We don't know on which floor, but wherever it is, it have to be together. Okay. Next, there is only one floor between U and the one who belongs to Satna. Okay, there are three floors between T and the one who belongs to Reva, and Z and X does not belong to Bokaro. So you can put it here, Z and X does not belong to Satna and also Bokaro. For V, only two cases are possible. Why? See, so for V, you can check it here. If you put V here on the 6th floor, yeah. So if you put X, V on the 6th floor, what will happen? 1, 2, and then X should be on the 3rd. That looks fine. So you have to like check that. Okay, put V here, put X here, and check if the entire solution, like by putting all the other clues that are there, check if it is sufficing. If not, we will move on to the next. We'll check V by putting V on the 4th floor. If we put V on the 4th, then X can be on 7th or 1. But if X is on 7th, then this will be violated. So X can't be on 7th. X can be on 1st then. So X is here and Kurukshetra can be here. And then you have to check with other things. Like everything should satisfy. Okay. U and Satna should be like one gap apart and all those things. Everything should satisfy. If it does not, you will move on to the next. You'll check for V on 2nd floor. If you put V here, then at two gaps X should be there, but already Z is here, so definitely V can't be on the second floor. So we have two conditions then left, 4 and 6. Check for 4, check for 6. Okay, definitely one of them is going to get ruled out, and this is what you get. Okay, V on 6th floor is the correct thing. So X is here, Kurukshetra is just above X, and T is here, Reva is at 3 gaps from T, Chandigarh is here, X is here, and U and Satna is 1 gap apart. It's W here. Is it fine, this solution? So you have to just check like that. When you check for the fourth case, like when you put V on the 4th floor and check for second, we know it's not the answer, because if V is here, X have to be on 5th, and on 5th already Z is there. So it's not possible. If you place V on 4th, X can't be on the 7th floor because Kurukshetra have to be just above X. So put X on first, Kurukshetra here, and then keep checking for other clues. That you will find that there is some contradiction. Okay, you will find that for either X or Z, you will be getting Bokaro or Satna, which is not possible because it's given that Z and X does not belong to Bokaro, and also neither X nor Z belongs to Satna. Okay, so by using both of these statements, Z and X do not have Bokaro or Satna, but if you put V on the 4th floor, you will be getting either X or Z belonging to Satna or Bokaro. So that is where it will be contradictory, and you will have to cancel that case, and you can move on to this case where V is on the 6th floor. So put X here, Kurukshetra here, and when you go on solving, you'll see that you get it all correct. Z dot X, for Z and X, we get the different cities apart from Bokaro and Satna. Alright, so the questions are: who belongs to Reva? It's Z. Which of the following groups lives on even floor? It's V, U and Y. Which of the following statement is or are true? So it is the one who belongs to Satna lives below W. That's true. Number 4, how many floors gap is there between Y and T? It's 0. And who among the following live on the topmost floor? It's W. Okay, so that's it. We'll see more questions tomorrow. And if you want to go for Unacademy Plus subscription, you can reach out to me through Unacademy Unacademy Learning app. You can text me there, or if you want more details, or if you want to discuss something. Otherwise, if you have planned it already, you can use my referral code RIYA.YT to get an extra 10% discount on your subscription. So that's it. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.